I just want to say that my advocacy to Muslim communities and various masajid now is that we do need a chaplain in addition to the imam in every Islamic center. And I think that's going to be the new phase. So, here we will see what our Dr. Timur has to say about that. So, Dr. Timur Yuskaev is you all know him, but for those who don't, I will just say a few words. He is assistant professor of contemporary Islam and director of the Islamic Chaplaincy Program over there. His upcoming book, Speaking Quran, The Emergence of an American Sacred Text, examines the contemporary written and oral interpretations of the Quran. This project highlights his academic interest in religion as lived reality, past and current, which he approaches through the lens of Quranic hermeneutics. American religious history and memory studies. In his past professional life and in between degrees and teaching assignments, Dr. Yuskaev served as coordinator of educational programs and director of Muslims in New York Civic Life Project at the Interfaith Center of New York. So, Dr. Timur Yuskaev.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bajwa. Thank you, Momina. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Dr. Abu Bakr. And thanks to Hartford Seminary. This is a wonderful, wonderful day. It's an honor to be here. And I was thinking about how to say something interesting, important in 5 minutes that we have. And I was thinking about how do we live in a new age where information is at our fingertips. And one of kind of the nightmares of things that may happen to the art of speaking is that as the speaker speaks from a podium, the audience will be checking their phones and immediately verifying the information that they receive. So I was thinking maybe all I need to do to say something, anything about Hartford Seminary's Islamic Chaplaincy Program is just to list names and ask you to Google them. Because if I were to list names and you were to Google them, you would actually get a pretty good depiction of what we are all about. So I could say Salahuddin Muhammad, and you will Google him and you will find some outstanding things about one of our graduates, colleagues, but not in the Islamic Chaplaincy Program too, right? Our colleagues, one of the pioneers in the field. And about Mumina, and about Trisha, and about many, many, many others. So that would be one way of doing it, but then I don't see you having your smartphones with you. So I'm going to go another way, which is a more kind of traditional way. I'm going to tell you a story which I heard from one of our chaplains, and he has said it many times, and he has authorized me, I have his ijazah, he has authorized me to relate the story for another occasion, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So, but I'm going to tell it from another perspective. There was an elderly Jewish gentleman who was hospitalized at one of Connecticut's hospitals. And he requested a chaplain to come and visit him. Right? So he had his expectations. When he said, I want to have a chaplain, he expected a particular human being to enter through the doors of his room and to be a chaplain to him. Next thing he knows, a gentleman comes in who is African American, has a beard, has a strange headgear, which looks kind of Jewish but isn't Jewish. And this Jewish gentleman didn't know what to make of it. His question was, who are you? Are you a chaplain? Right? The chaplain, of course, was our own Bilal Ansari, who is now at Williams College, who you should Google him. For Bilal, it was also an interesting moment, right? Because the way he tells this story, it just happened right after he saw the news a day or two before about a horrific attack in Mumbai, where people were attacked, including Jewish residents of this city, by a group of people who identified themselves as Muslims. So Bilal made a supplication. He asked God to give him a chance to somehow help out somebody who is Jewish. And the next thing he knows, he is called to enter a room of a Jewish patient. Right? There are many ways of reflecting on this story. Now, one of the ways that I reflect on this story is that it is quite typical for what our current students and what our graduates do. If you reflect on this story, Bilal was at that moment a bridge figure in so many respects. To the Jewish patient, he was one of the first, if not the first Muslim that he connected to, that he saw as an authority figure, a compassionate figure, right? Bilal was a representative of Islam to his Jewish brother, right? And the stories like this, I keep hearing from our current students and our graduates all the time. What Muslim chaplains do, those who graduate from Hartford Seminaries and others, what the service they provide, the role they play repeatedly, all the time, is the role of a bridge between one side and another. Somebody just brought up in a private conversation, therefore I'm not going to name names, a role that she plays as a university chaplain, where the students she serves, who are here in the United States on an American campus, and the majority of her Muslim students with whom she works as a chaplain are Saudi males, and she is an American Muslim female. She is a bridge to the United States and Muslim community for these foreign students who will come here and they will learn about America's Islam, America's Muslims, in a particular way, in a very positive way, hopefully. And that will strengthen and enrich their educational experience in the United States in a way that no class can possibly do, right? There are many other examples. There are examples in the prison system. There are examples in the community chaplaincy, the emerging field, which gets to be recognized more and more, and we really have to advocate for that. And if you think about the role of a chaplain as a bridge, then I think it is quite natural, and natural things have a way of happening, right? Things just fall in place together. But isn't it quite natural that Hartford Seminary is the place to train such professionals who are bridge figures? Isn't Hartford Seminary the right kind of institution to do just that? And our history, our legacy, as Dr. Abu Bakr said, it seems like it has led us to it. And let me just finish with this, and I hope we'll have some questions, answers, and we'll exchange a few thoughts. But talking about things coming in place, there is one person that I would love to thank specifically, who is not here with us, not in this room, but is in our hearts, and that is Dr. Ingrid Mattson. We are celebrating her baby, her program. It was her design, and she was fortunate to be here, and we were fortunate to have her as a colleague to build up this program. Just think about, just about her story, right? Ingrid Mattson is a bridge figure in all possible ways. She was the representative of American, and is the representative of American, North American Muslim community to the world. and to the government, to public officials, and in a way, representative of many dramatic transformations that are undergoing in this community, in the American Muslim community, year after year after year. Our program, in a way, reflects that. Think about the fact that when Momina titles her thesis, A New Profession, and I'm very glad that she adopted that title, it is certainly a new profession because it is in service to the community that we carry on with this work, and in service to a community that is undergoing profound changes. One of the remarkable things about our program, which has happened naturally, is that we have created, and in partnership with the Muslim community, with wonderful people in the Muslim community, a program that trains Muslim men and women to be religious professionals in the United States. Men and women. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much.